You can't think of marketing without tech. The days of doing things the analog way are over, and you need to be really comfortable with marketing technology, commonly referred to as MarTech, which is also how I'm going to refer to it in this video from now on, to find your place in today's business space. In a late 2021 survey that was conducted among B2B marketing professionals in the US, UK, and Canada, 44% of respondents said that they have between 5 to 10 tools as part of their marketing technology stack. And a 6% said that their MarTech stack consisted of 21 or more tools. I'm probably in the latter group. Now that said, if you want to get hired for marketing jobs today and want to do well in it, you need to start learning about the marketing tools that are essential to doing your job. MarTech will enable you to do anything from making web pages to running better marketing campaigns, collecting and analyzing data, and to delivering great buyer experiences. In this video, I will take you through the ultimate list of marketing tools that I would learn if I was beginning my journey today. And I will categorize them by what they enable you to do within digital marketing. Let's go. First on my list are website builders and CMS, which are also known as content management systems. Some of the most common ones in the market are going to be WordPress, Drupal, Wix, Webflow, Squarespace. If you're in e-commerce, maybe Shopify. There's of course more that could be added to the list, but these are the most common ones. And if you are going to be working in digital marketing, then your job is likely going to have things to do with the website management or publishing content or maintaining the website health. So you're definitely going to need to know one or more of these platforms. So starting to familiarize with CMS and website builders is going to be an essential starting point. Next up on the list are landing page builders and A/B testing. So for landing page builders, I would probably start off with Unbounce. A competitor and alternative would be Lead Pages, so you could look into both of them or just one of them, depending on your preference. And then very much connected to landing pages, I would also look into some A/B testing tools, and here my preference would be to look more into Optimizely. Now that we've covered website and landing pages, of course, the next one would be analytics, where my top two would be Google Analytics, of course, or GA4 as it's now known, and Google Search Console, because these two are absolute essentials to any marketer's tech stack. And it is essential for any digital marketer to understand analytics, be able to create custom reports or interpret the reports and make sure that you're able to drive marketing strategy, better decisions from the data that you are reading. Now, next up on the list is a heat map tool, and this is where Google Analytics will not suffice in terms of giving you accurate or enough information about user engagement, user behavior on the site. There is a limit to what Google Analytics can give you, and then there is the heat maps tool that can give you so much more in terms of clicks and scrolling and rage reactions, etc. And this is where I would look into Hotjar. I believe there's a free trial, so give that a go if you already have a website that maybe you are building, maybe you have a blog. So look into Hotjar for heat maps. I absolutely love the data that it provides to you, and it really is helpful to understand what part of the page you're losing your buyers, or where they are really engaging the most with, etc. Fifth category is email marketing, an absolute must channel for any digital marketer, especially in a world where social media platforms could be taken away from you in a matter of seconds. So owning your own subscriber list is an absolute necessity in my opinion. And if you are using email as part of your communication strategy, here are a couple of tools that I'd look into: MailChimp, MailerLite, and Flowdesk. I am 100% sure that MailChimp and MailerLite have free trials or free versions, so you could absolutely play around with the tools and start to familiarize with the free versions. I'm not sure about Flowdesk, but I know that it is quite common these days among creators, solopreneurs, or smaller businesses. So look into all three. These are some of the essential ones, some of the biggest players in the email marketing space on a more, I guess, medium to smaller scale. Although MailChimp and MailerLite, I think they do have enterprise scale options as well. Next up on the list is social media publishing, analytics, and management. Of course, this is now an essential, and the list is actually quite extensive when it comes to social media publishing and management tools, but some of the most commonly used ones or known ones would be Hootsuite, Buffer, Octopost, later for scheduling, for I believe for Instagram especially, they're really strong, so I would absolutely look into it. And then also for social media content creation, I believe nowadays there's so many AI tools as well that you could add to your list of social media tools to learn more or familiarize yourself with, but these are the absolute essentials that I would look into. And then the next one is not always an essential, but this is more of a nice to have category in my opinion. You might not be using it, but I think when you do, then you can actually make things a lot more efficient. So here I have two options. Number one is Zapier, very well known in the market for having thousands and thousands of integrations between the different tech tools that we are talking about here, as well as other ones that we're not talking about here, but it's absolutely insane. And the second option that I would look into is Integromat, which is actually a tool that I have reviewed on this channel before. I will link that video at the top here or also in the description box below. Next up on my list is graphic design and video. Multimedia content is nowadays not even a question mark, it is an absolute necessity. So here are a couple of tools that I would again familiarize myself with. There are free versions to all of these tools, so definitely look into it. There's also a lot of tutorials too. Canva, InShot, Veed for video. I think InShot is for video and images. Canva, you can make videos, little animations, presentations. I don't think there's anyone on this planet right now that has not heard of Canva. At this point, there is a free version of it, so absolutely take advantage of that. And then 2 for video editing, which might not be a skill that you really need to work on, but it is always nice to have if you are interested or if you want to learn more about it. And here I have iMovie, which is a free tool if you're an Apple user, and the other option is Premiere Pro. So definitely look into these. And then I might also add, it's not actually written on my list, but I will go ahead and add it here, just verbally, would be some podcast tools. I believe Adobe has a great podcast tool, which is free. So look into that as well, because podcasting might be a part of your marketing strategy now or in the future, so I would add that here as well. Next up on my list is interface design. This might again not be something that you do on a daily basis, but it is absolutely nice to have. I am no expert in this, but I have used it multiple times when I was working with UX designers or graphic designers as well, and that tool is Figma. Again, super commonly known in the market nowadays. I believe most creative teams use Figma these days. I am sure other options are out there as well, like Photoshop, which is again a super big giant in the space, but Figma has been amazing in terms of offering a collaborative opportunity for teams, and I absolutely love it. I wish actually that I was a better Figma user. Maybe in time I will. I just need to do more tutorials. The final category on my list is project management, and this is not only relevant for marketing teams, but for any team working in an organization basically. Project management tools just make your life so much easier, so much more organized, and so much more efficient. Here are a couple of options that I do believe have free versions, paid versions, enterprise versions, etc. Monday.com, Trello, Wrike, Asana, Podio. These are some of the ones that I've used in the past and use currently and very actively. I 100% recommend looking into these. Now, having covered my essential list of marketing tools, I also want to touch upon how I would learn about these things if I don't have a marketing job just yet. So if you're already hired, it is okay. Like, you will get the onboarding training for most of the things that I've mentioned here, or whatever tool the company, that organization is using. But if you're not already in a job and you want to get familiar, you want to learn how to use these tools to be able to talk about your experience in the interviews, then here's what I would do. Number one, of course, like if you're able to test and use, that would be my top priority. If there are free versions offered of any of these tools, and I do know that most of them do offer that, that's what I would do, number one. If that's not an option, then the second best thing to do is watch a lot of tutorials, learn what the tool is all about, go through their website, look at the product features, maybe do a demo if you're really into it, or if not, then watch the interactive demos, look at the reviews, look at the integrations that tool offers with other technology, and just try to learn what that tool is all about, even if you're not able to test it or use it or get some practice with it. So this is how I would approach getting experience with the tools or learning more about these tools if I wasn't already hired for a marketing job where I would have access to these things. If you're interested in learning more about the topic of marketing technology, I will highly recommend checking out this playlist on marketing technology and analytics. There's so many more videos where I did in-depth reviews and other great content in there that can help you. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.